Hi Cancer, it's Sloan Rhodes here with your Love and Romance reading for the month of June 2018. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And Cancer, this is an adjunct video to the previous released, longer, more comprehensive Love and Romance reading that I did for the months of May, June, and July. There's a link here as well as below. Actually, it's just here if you want to check that out. I'll be doing another love reading in July, just like this one. And I want to suggest, Cancer, as I have been for all signs, that if you aren't someone who normally watches the life purpose and career readings, that you may want to consider doing so, whether you watch mine or someone else's. And you know, this is about romantic love, obviously, but the life purpose and career readings that I do are truly about connecting more to your sense of purpose in the world, which creates a greater sense of love and creates more experiences of love in a variety of ways more often. So you don't just feel as though it's just romantic love that is the thing that you can feel that you need, you know, to feel happy. You are connecting more and more to different ways of receiving and giving love throughout your life whenever you are feeling more connected to your sense of purpose. So anyway, you may want to take a listen if it resonates with you. All the readings, whether they be my love readings or the weekly spiritual guidance videos that I release on Sundays, or the life purpose readings, are all available on my podcast, my audio podcast, Sloan Rhodes podcast. So you know there are links here as well as below, but you can also just type in Sloan Rhodes podcast and it'll come up for you. Let's go ahead and get started. Also, one more thing, you know, I do have the online courses available. I have a free class on spirituality, a class on crystals, and then 2 courses on how to read Oracle and Tarot cards, one for beginners and one for intermediate and advanced readers. And my daughter, Meadow Rhodes, is a talented filmmaker, and she did film the courses for me. And then she created a blooper reel as a kind of a promo for us. So I'm going to release it here on the YouTube channel. There's a link here if you want to check it out, just because I want to include everyone in the fun. We had so much fun making the courses, and I'll help you check out the blooper reel as well as the actual courses. All right, let's go ahead and get started. For Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One card, and let's see, overarching theme for June 2018. Okay, here we go. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith and keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. That's under the deck, and we have Trust. Beautiful card as the overarching theme for June 2018. Well, whenever I see the Trust card, it usually indicates that not everything is going exactly how you think it should. Which is why you're meant to keep an open mind here, and to have faith and have trust. So it may be that there could be a separation during this time frame, or maybe just things aren't really working out as you had hoped. It looks like, for me, as I feel that card for you, though, Cancer, it looks like there's something that may have occurred in the very, very recent past. Could be in the more distant past, but it feels like it may have been the recent past that's causing you a bit of a, you know, is this the way things are supposed to be, you know, going? And I want to remind you, as you know already, Cancer, that everything is happening exactly as it's meant to happen in terms of the spiritual perspective. But it's not always, we're not always able to get there with our ego, with our mind. This is why you're being asked to keep an open mind, to not attach too determinedly to specific outcomes or agendas during this time frame. Have faith that things are happening just as they're meant to. Let's get some additional cards, Cancer. Okay, here we go. The Seeker. That's the Hermit card. And okay, so in terms of what you're meant to do or start doing, we have the Seeker, the Hermit. What you're meant to not do or stop doing. We have the 3 of Wands in the reverse. And what you can look forward to regardless is the Magician in reverse. And we have the 10 of Swords on the deck. Okay. So the overarching theme, Cancer, is trust. Have faith. Things are happening just as it's meant to. Just as they're meant to. Now, what you're meant to do during this time frame is the Hermit. There could be a Virgo individual involved. This is often the card of the Virgo. But even more than that, what you're meant to do here, or start doing, is, remember, we have trust, have faith. Well, whenever we are being asked to have faith, to have trust, we're being asked to open up spiritually, right? You know, we're not seeing the evidence in our manifest world necessarily of what we want. So we're being asked to have trust and have faith. And the Hermit card is all about the spiritual reflection, you know, self-analysis, solitary reflection of the world around us. So this is what you're meant to do and start doing. Give yourself time here. You know, whatever is occurring, you are deepening your understanding of it. It may not be exactly what you thought was going to happen or how it was going to happen. You're being asked to keep an open mind. Now, this is a general reading for many Cancers, and so some of you will be single, some of you will be coupled, but it doesn't really matter. Either way, the energies are still present. And so here we have keep an open mind. Now, it does mention the word soulmate. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. But even more than that, it's about keeping your mind open, doing your best to not get overly attached to what your mind thinks is the way things are meant to be. Trust. Things are happening just like they're meant to. Be a little bit more adaptable during this time frame. And spend some time alone. Spend some time deepening your connection to spirit, to your sense of what it means to be here on the planet in terms of a spiritual perspective. What you're meant to stop doing or not do is the Three of Wands in the reverse. So if you are ghosting people, you know, it's one thing to be a hermit. It's another thing to just, you know, cut off all communication with others. Make sure that you aren't doing this. Make sure that you are keeping the lines of communication open. It doesn't mean that you have to respond to every text, every email, every phone call, but at least be upfront. You know, I'm going to spend a little time doing this, or I'm in a more solitary kind of frame of mind right now. I may not be as available, you know, to your loved ones, so don't worry, you know. But you're meant to not do or stop doing this kind of behavior, just cutting off all communication. It's worrisome for people when they can't get a hold of you, and it's unkind as well. You know, it can be. When you know someone wants to check in on you, and you are sometimes, let's put it this way, sometimes we don't respond because we don't know what to say. It's okay sometimes to just say, I'm taking a little time, it has nothing to do with you, and I'm just going to take a break. They may not like it, but at least they have the opportunity to respect your decision. And it's okay to spend time. You're meant to do this. You're meant to spend time being a more spiritual teacher, to helping others, to seeing where you can use your powerful emotional understandings in order to benefit others. Sometimes it is, again, a solitary endeavor, but it's not always. It could just be that you are being that wise counsel for others during this time period. I know this is a love reading, but it goes beyond that, you know. And what we can look forward to regardless for you here, Cancer, is the Magician in reverse. This can often indicate emotional confusion. It can indicate someone who's kind of pretending they have the skills that they don't necessarily have. And so if this is you in the relationship, it's okay. You know, you don't want to say that you're more experienced than you are, or however this, you know, manifests. And if it's someone who's showing up for you in this way, just be cautious. You know, they may talk a good game, but they may not really be, you know, as have it all together as they seem. You know, this can show up as someone who's a bit of a trickster. You know, they look good on the surface, but if you scratch it, it's pretty shallow. So just be aware of that. And if it's you, just be conscious of that within yourself. It's a relatively short period of time. We're talking about June, you know, 1 month. And then under the deck, we do have the Ten of Swords. So there is this, you know, kind of final ending here. I kind of feel like it's in the recent past. This is maybe why you're being asked to have trust and have faith. An ending that maybe didn't go in the way that you had hoped, and it was maybe a little dramatic. It doesn't have to be an ending of a relationship, but something kind of happened, something ended. And this may be why here you're being encouraged to kind of go within and spend more time reflecting on yourself, what it means to be in partnership, what it means to be in love, what it means to be on the planet, and also kind of surveying your surroundings and being that wise counsel to others if they come to you. But just don't ghost, you know? This is not fair to anybody. Let me get an additional card from the After Tarot. It's kind of the final bit of guidance here. I think your reading is going to be a little shorter than everyone else's, but it's pretty cut and dry. Again, if you want more understanding and more insights, you know, you can listen to the more comprehensive love reading for May, June, and July. And listen to your rising and moon signs as well if you know them. I don't know if everyone knows, but I do have on my website, there's a link below, a resources page where I have some links where you can find out your rising and moon signs, and I have a lot of book titles listed and other resources that I find useful, that you may find useful as well. So they're there for free, and it's just a way of me giving back to all of you who are interested in continuing your knowledge and your exploration. Oh, that's nice. Okay, 4 of Wands. So kind of the ultimate outcome here, the bottom line is the 4 of Wands, which is a celebration, which is really, really beautiful. Could be a birthday celebration, a graduation. Either way, it's this idea of people gathering together to initiate someone into the next level. Again, whether it be another year added to their life, or a graduation, or something like that. It's beautiful energy, and so it's kind of a mixed bag a little bit. Just give yourself some loving allowance, Cancer, to be easy, to have some faith, allow things to be as it is without trying to make it happen any differently than it is. Do your best not to disappear completely. You're not meant to disappear completely. You're meant to communicate. Again, there is this idea of the hermit, but it doesn't mean that you don't ever communicate with anybody. Do it in a way that feels right and true for you. You don't have to explain yourself necessarily, but it's also okay just to kind of let people know that you're okay. Don't disappear completely. And if it's, if you're partnered, you may just feel more of going within during this time frame, and your partner be like, hey, what's up? It's okay to communicate with your partner. Just say, I don't know, I'm just feeling a little bit more reflective this month. I love you, don't worry about it, kind of thing. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to say, Cancer. I wish you much love, as always. I'm sorry, my throat is going. And there'll be another love reading just like this for the month of July. Till then.